because of their ethno-cultural region. The neighbor regularly insults and vandalizes the members of a family who recently moved into the neighborhood. The family is not welcome and the situation is stressful for everyone. The parents considered whether they should relocate again.
An elderly woman is verbally threatened by her son, with whom she lives. She is concerned for her safety but does not report, owing to the family ties that bind them. This message is profound, and it is happening in one's home. A mother's love is unpredictable and unconditional. As a son or a daughter, we should not never or ever abuse our mother. They sacrificed a lot for us since we were a child, up until we already have a consciousness of ourselves. The son in this message may have gone through traumatic experiences that involves her mother, but we cannot judge or blame them. The important lesson we must learn is that no matter how angry we are, we must love and respect our mother in all of her flaws.
Oh, hi, good morning. A disabled girl living in a condominium asserts her adaptation needs by requesting the installation of an elevator. One time, her neighbor saw her and insulted her that she cannot walk, and then the guy told the disabled girl that she don't have any hope about her condition. The disabled girl cried and had a depression about her condition. So bullying is a form of an aggressive behavior that can cause a negative impact on the persons being bullied. In the context of understanding the self, bullying can cause harm to an individual's self-esteem and self-worth. So everyone is not kind, and also you cannot please everyone. So dili nimo siya maiwasan, but the best way to stop bullying is to address it directly to the bully and ask some help that involve the authorities, as they may have a resources or policies in the place to address bullying. So in addition, bullying is never an acceptable act.
A masked man breaks into my house while I was sleeping in my bed. He pulls out a knife and threatens to kill me if I don't have sexual relations with him. The man threatens me with a knife, compelling me to perform sex acts. The man has committed rape. I've come to understand that, despite being at ease and sitting upright in your home, you can never truly predict what will happen to you. You never know when an evil spirit will appear, even if you are the most holy person on earth. There is no exception in the eyes of evil.
Into my freshman year of college, I was raped by a friend. Like many survivors, I didn't recognize myself as a victim of sexual violence right away. So when I told a friend about my sexual assault experience six months later, I began to process it. So it doesn't easy for someone who is sexual assault to share to other people those experience. It's because you trusted someone and you didn't think this this person could hurt you or could harm you in that in that way. So I learned that never put all your trust to someone that, like a friend, someone that doesn't involve you, like that someone is not involving you, like your family. So it's really hard to process it. And then healing is a big help, and in healing process is such a very big help to me, like meditation. It makes my heart calm, and learning also to process to forgive. It's not an easy way to forgive someone who hurts you so much. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that this could not happen to other women, because we are women has a big role in this world, and without women we cannot grow into what we are right now. They're such a women is powerful. So thank you for this time.
So went to dinner with some friends. When the evening comes to an end, one of the guys offered to drive me home. When he arrived at my house, he insisted on going inside despite my refusal. After I relent and let him in, he starts making sexual advances, which I repeatedly told him to stop. The guys ignore me and engage in sexual activities while squeezing me, hitting me to rape despite the fact that there are no weapons involved and I did not allow the man into my house. People may act good to you, but in reality, no one is, or they are not concerned about you. People may appear to want to help you, but they are only doing so to appear helpful. This is merely a warning to all. Don't trust anyone, even if it is your friends, family, relatives, boyfriend or girlfriends, or neighbor, because sometimes it's the people closest to you that hurt you the most, and not everyone turns out who they seem to be. So you have to be careful for who you trust. And so whoever this person, I hope that she can now fully heal and forget all those bad and traumatic experiences he experienced. And please don't or never trust anyone blindly.
Coming from a broken family that is still together, my parents are still together but they don't even look at each other. They are only together for me and my brother to make us happy, but now my brother despises my father for reasons I don't understand. My father does everything for us, but their hatred for him is indescribable. I am always stuck in the middle. Families are integral part of oneself. Because of family, people may able to learn good things and learn how to be happy. However, not all family are happy and complete. Growing up from a broken family will really make you feel like you are isolated and as if you are cut off from the world. Thus, this situation will lead to negative effects such as emotional trauma, stress, abuse or neglection, and poor communication. It is important for people in this situation to seek support from friends, family, and professionals to help them through this difficult time.
It says here that he was 18 years old, the product of broken family, and lives with his lola. Despite the fact that the both of his parents are living with their new partner, they never fail to send money. The sad part is that they don't spend time with him. To get attention, he bullies his classmates, drinks alcohol, experiments with illegal drugs, and lives with a girl he met on a dating app. His lola always advised him that, "Apo, stop drinking alcohol and drugs that are not good for you." A year after, he complained that, "Lola, my tummy is very painful. Can you accompany me to see a doctor?" he said. So all I can say is that we can understand the desire to be loved if we grew up in a broken home. It's something we'll always want because it's something we lacked as a child. We have a big heart for people and constantly wish for the same in return. Growing up in a broken home can be a trying experience, especially if it is forced upon us at a young age. Those who grew up in a broken home understand the difficulties, day-to-day challenges we faced in the past. Although toxic environments are unpleasant to be in, they also teach important lessons. So we already know that divorce is difficult. No one who has been through one or had one affect their family would tell us otherwise. Nobody expects it. Nobody stands at the altar in front of a friends and family that hoping that this will be all over someday. Every family is broken. We're all messed up in some way. Some of us have made our messes more public than others. So therefore, marriage is challenging. Family is challenging. So relationships require a significant amount of efforts, and that's all.
Morning. My family is different. I have two parents. I was adopted by my aunt and she's a sister of my real father. And the story goes like this. My biological mom had to go outside the country to work and save money for her board exam. Since I was still a baby at the time, my aunt told my grandma to bring me to their house with my biological dad so she will help take care of me. My aunt and her husband can have a baby, so by the time my biological mom is back in our country, my aunt would like to keep me and adopt me as their own. At first, my mom did not agree. I am their precious or most precious daughter, and I was a wanted child, by the way, so they have been waiting for me. But my biological parents gave me to my aunt because they can see that I am very palangga and they love me as their own child. I don't hate both my parents, and why should I? I am very blessed to have this family, this big family, and I am thankful and grateful to have them in my life. Everything that I can say is that everyone has their own circumstances in life. You wouldn't know who's suffering from such thoughts. I commend the person or the individual for coping up with their stresses in life, transcending their own beliefs and finding happiness in whatever they have undergone. You don't need to be blood related to be called a family. What's important is the satisfaction from everyone. That alone should be able to construct what's called a family.
Hi everyone. Life is is full of unexpected turn of events. Whether it's extreme or not, it is still full of surprises. One of my most unforgettable life experience is when my father taught me of how to swim when I was still on kindergarten. He threw me in the ocean without him trying to help me. I was almost drowning. No, I am drowning. My father was concernedly watching and he gave some advices on how to float without any physical help. In the end, I survived and that is when I learned how to swim, pushing my limits through survival. My insights are no one can help you besides yourself. You build and get stronger on your own, but that doesn't mean support from other people is useless because in fact, it will give you a boost. All I can say is that truly people really loves us, put us sometimes in a bad or good situations where we can actually learn from it. We try to find ourselves the way where we can find things right. And so I deeply agree with what being said that you build yourself and you get stronger on your own because I believe that you are the only answer and way to make yourself better and perfect as what you deserve to be.
Okay, so it says here that they always said that the youngest always get what they want. They're spoiled and receive a lot of love and attention. But being the youngest is painful too. Imagine the pressure that everyone puts on you. It is a feeling that you are the last part of your family. And you need to work 10 times harder to reach that goal that your other siblings cannot fulfill. The emotional damages, those traumatic experiences, and those disappointments that I need to deal with my own. And those silent battles that I have had to deal with every single night for more than 8 years are very tiring. I realize that these experiences that I've gone through are what made me even stronger and gave me the courage to strive more and to live to the fullest, not for others but for myself. So all I can say is that as a youngest myself, you don't need validations about others. You don't need to get their validations, to get their opinions, because you need to be yourself. As the youngest, yes, it is very tiring that you're under pressure. Like you gotta work hard to strive for more because you need to fulfill those goals and dreams that your other siblings cannot fulfill. But all I can say is that you should be yourself. You should try your best not to compete with your siblings or with other people. Just be yourself and yes, strive for more, but for yourself, not for others.
Hi, good day everyone. It's kind of personal, but it's about my family. The most unforgettable experience in life was my parents was fighting and my mother was physically abused, leaving process in her body. It was years ago, but trauma still haunts me. I was 10 at that time or 11, not sure, but now I can protect her and will always protect her. And as much as possible, avoid arguing in front of your kids and please stop throwing vulgar words because traumatizing is not that easy and trauma is not a joke. It will cause you mentally and physically and emotionally damage and you can carry that and you will carry that kind of trauma years and years and it will trigger you somehow in different ways. So for those women out there who's willing or who wanted to have a family in the future, please choose a man who's financially stable and as you as well be financially stable and choose a man who's God-fearing and family-oriented. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I grow up believing I don't need anybody by my side. I can do what I have to do. I am this type of friend that is takbuhan or the one call away friend. I am always there whenever everyone needs me, financially, emotionally,
physically. I keep all my problems to myself. It seems that they don't see that I am struggling too. I even can't get thank you. It seems that I was their friend because they need me. I am happy when I am around them, but sometimes I wish I have their attention. It is not that I am an attention seeker, but I just want them to appreciate what I have done to them. It is not also that I want something in return. I just want to know if I am important to them and that I am their friend. After reading that message, I realized that in life we don't need someone who can appreciate and see all of our efforts and sacrifices to them. I also realized that in life we need a circle of friends that can make us feel special, loved, and appreciated. In order to do that, first is we need to love and find ourselves first. So to this person, I hope that he or she can find someone or a friend soon that can make her special, make her feel special.
I don't have these so-called best friends. I don't know why. I have friends, but I don't have those best friends who I can run to when I am down. Understand me? A friend that will stay with me even if I'm far from them. I can get along with other people easily, and I am transparent, but it seems that no one wants me to stay by their life until death do us part. From elementary, I am just this girl who joined the original group, and it will lead me to be an outcast. During my college days, I was very talkative and friendly. I am loud to the point that they even elect me as a president. One day, I realized all of my classmates had their group of friends already, while I am trying to fit myself into a group of friends. In this scenario, I realized that you don't have many friends in your life. At least one is enough. Trusting in one person is enough. I realized that I never begged to anyone to become my friend. According to William James' concept of the self, the me self and I self, this concept made me realize that you gotta prioritize yourself first. Watch your steps and choose a friend that you are trusted. Think before you trust to the people you may know.
Me and my sister I really hate each other. I am the eldest. She was born as a third child. She really hates me. I don't know what I did to make her feel that way toward me. My parents gave me a car as a birthday gift. When she found out about it, she looked like a bomb that was about to explode. The next day, we knew all of my tires were flat and there were a lot of scratches in my car. I was furious and I comforted her, but she would just cry and act like a baby, telling our parents that I am yelling and having a fight with her. She told them that she has no idea who caused that to my car. I was explaining to my parents, but they didn't listen until they decided to take my car back and I was grounded. So I hate her so much. So in this moment, all I can see is very hard having this kind of moment with your sister, because I believe that sister means being there for each other. But in this situation, ang pride at selos ang sa kanila. So for me, the best thing to do na lang is take a action. Don't wait na ang sister mong gumawa kasi walang mangyayari. So you are the one to take a action to this kind of problem, which is so my advice is apply the philosophical view, which is ni Mr. Plato na huwag kang matakot, magpakatotoo ka. So kung ano man ang maging kalabasan, the important is you take a action to solve this kind of problem, and I believe that everything will be okay.
So this scenario state that I always invade people that could freely commune their thought, absent the signs of fear being judged. Once I tried opening up but received a rather ironic result. Instead of words of encouragement, I received awkwardness and was estranged. It definitely shaped me into who I am today, a person that could only commune through undeniably stern but creative speech. I thought I am miserable and inferior to others in all aspects. It's true that is what gave me the opportunity to grow into what I am today. I was shaped multiple times, pressured and pressed, but I have never felt of ever regressing as I am who I am. I am the best definition of myself. No one could better define who I am but myself. And with that, I am grateful. So for me now, I also experienced this kind of situation, but one thing I do to cope up this kind of experience is to find someone who you can really trust and rely on. Someone lasting and trusting relationship stems from integrity for both parties, and with that, the one thing or the one goal is to find someone who you will lean on your shoulder, and someone who will cherish you and not invalidate your feelings.
I felt jealous of my sister. She is pretty, a model type while she is 18. She is smart, soft-like, di makabasag binday. She is everyone's favorite. No matter how I do good in school or dancing, I have enjoyed modeling as she is, but all of those are useless. I hate my parents. It seems like I don't exist as their child. All of their attention is on my icon. But she is always supporting me. She is the one who sees my hard work. She is always there for me, and I hate her for doing that, but I hate myself more because I hate her. As what I can say, shift your focus in the goodness in your life. One of the biggest reasons we envy the life of others is because we have begun to take our blessing for granted. Count them again. You are talented, you are gifted, you are cared for, you are unique. Stop comparing your life to others. Celebrate the success of others because both jealousy and envy have held us hostage for far too long. It is time once again and for all to break free from jealousy and envy and experience a more fulfilled life because of.
Since I was a child, I knew within myself that I am different. My mom used to get me a toy gun, but I cried because I have always wanted a Barbie doll. I am a queer. I always had this feminine facet. However, my family are devoted to religion and are bound tomorrow antagonizing the LGBTQ plus community. Knowing that we are in the Philippines, I always suffered from judgment and stereotypes regarding my condition. However, I know one thing for sure. I am not ill, but I'm free. By reading this message, I would like to share my insight and my thoughts about this. Let's say one of common problem in our country. You know, judgment and stereotyping in our country is very lumalaganap siya sa ating bansa. Even lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kababayan na LGBTQ plus community. I have a family member that part of this group or this community. Tanggap namin sila kung ano man sila. We accept them for what they want to do for their life. Um, let's say, let's say na, let's say na, kaya ba nilang baguhin yung sarili nila? Even if it's forbidden in our religion, we still support them for what they want to do. And I would like to advocate everyone na let's not judge them or stereotype them, because if kaya lang nila na palitan yung sarili nila, if they can just live what they want to live to fulfill their life as a human being, they will do it. So I would like to, let's be just transparent, let's just respect each of one of us.
So, hello. So, this is that I was always misunderstood for deeds with good intent. I thought that honesty was the best policy as days of growth. Yet, it brought this great storm that trashes my life for every second that is passes by thoughts. Should I have been dishonest? Should I have feigned ignorance to the indecency that occurred throughout my life? I never needed acknowledgments in my life. I remember the time where I attained my first ever honors certificate at school. I attained self-esteem and found my prospect in life. I used to be lax in life, but through motivations, I was able to elevate myself from conditions I never thought I could never break through. So as what I have read, this person seems to be having trouble with how people perceive them from being honest. So what I can say is that there's nothing wrong with being honest as long as you know your limitations, no? You know when to be silent about, kasi hindi sa lahat ng panahon kailangan mo maging honest, kasi if you become too honest, makakasakit ka rin ng feelings ng ibang tao. So then her problem is also, it stated that her problem is also medyo insecure siya, no, kung ano ang sabihin ng mga tao sa kanya. All I can say to them is that just don't mind them, because it can't affect who you really are, because ikaw lang ang nakakaalam kung sino ka. That's all.
Message na nakuha ko is, I used to achieve my goals proficiently, yet with a single unfortunate circumstance, I lost all motivation in doing what I usually did in life, what I used to enjoy. I thought myself as the most pitiful person, rejecting all the genuineness of people around me. I am still succumbing to such situation. I could barely live, but still. So, after reading his or her message, I somehow relate to him or her. I also experienced losing my motivation on doing what I do best and I used to enjoy. My message for this person is that try not to shut people out. Give chance to people who wants to give him or her love genuinely. And do not let one unfortunate circumstance bring you down, and most importantly, don't ever overexert yourself, and it's okay to take a break. That's it.
Moving away from home has broadened my outlook on the world. My parents and I never saw eye to eye about a lot of things. I left home at 17 to study at a university in another city. The great thing is we respect each other's opinion. My circle of friends includes people with different religions, beliefs, values, cultures, and different ways of approaching life. When I was younger, it was just the simple stuff. The length of my skirt, how I choose to wear my hair, or the movies I wanted to watch. Growing up helped us realize that everything changes. We are able to understand everyone's differences.
I found it hard to deal with not being able to express my opinions as freely as I did when I was away from home. My mom didn't necessarily agree with my attitude to life. Her attitude was, why fight it? Why not just go with the flow? It was really frustrating. I used to get really upset that my parents didn't agree to what I was doing. I kept at it though. I had to remind myself that it was okay to have the opinions that I did, but also for my mom to have her viewpoint too. So I know that when you're unable to express yourself, it gets really frustrating. I myself also has things that I want to do, although my parents hinders me to do so. I have to follow my parents' order, although I have my own opinions about it. I have read somewhere in Sigmund Freud's construction of self and personality that superego is wherein violating rules leads to guilt. So I have come up with a consideration that whenever you violate your parents' order or anything that they want, I feel guilt after about it. Although I want to express things that I want to do about it, or I want to do something else. But I also have to consider my parents' viewpoint about it because they are my parents. So with their story, they should express their feelings more and show them determination that they could do it. They should prove that their parents that you could do things and you could fight for it.
Hi. So in this scenario, it states that it is difficult to forgive others. It can also be difficult to seek forgiveness from God for something you have done. We have all experienced it. The good news is that being forgiven by God enables us to forgive others. So in this situation, it is all about forgiveness. So what all I can say in this situation, yes, we had all experienced it, but it depends in the situations happens. Also, therefore, we as a people difficult to forgive because of the situations given. Like we never forget because it gives a full of pain. Like so, in that scenario, it is all about forgiveness. So what all I can say in this situation, yes, we had all experienced it, but it depends in the situations happen. Therefore, we as a people are difficult to forgive because of the situations given. Like we never forget because it gives a full of pain. Like it includes cause of depression, anxiety, like abuso na. So in addition, yes, we forgiven by God even though our mistake is very like sobra na. Pero when it comes to forgiveness, tayong mga tao, we have pride. Also, we have different way. We have different way how to forgive someone. Thank you.
So good morning. I was the odd sheep within friendship. I did not belong anywhere, no matter how hard I tried. Being a product of personal solitude, I felt estranged to others, and I found the wrong circle. Should I deprive myself for enjoying such trivial matters? But that, as of the moment, I digress. I learned to find happiness through my own dispositions. Remember, always find happiness within yourself. You're only lonely if you don't like the person you're alone with. Forget that. Meaning, you're only lonely if you don't like yourself. That's all.
I love putting the utmost effort that I could within the project. May it be necessary or recreational, I don't need the affirmation of others as I was consumed and enjoy what I did genuinely. But there are moments where I could hear other criticism that are unappreciative and degrade whatever I put within my prospect. That
Patayin lang. Ano lang, casual lang kanta.
Ano lang.
Sige.
That bothered me. Yes, but instead of antagonizing them, I treated them as good gold to cover in life. My thought about her message is that it is good that he or she takes criticism as a good thing. Criticism can be a good thing and also bad because some criticism can be offensive at times. But criticism are made for you to learn from your mistake, which can make you improve for the better.
I relinquish whatever faith I have left for religion. I have never been freely than I am at the moment. I found myself through the person, adversity, through that I enlightened myself to the truth that I deem necessarily through relieving myself from the shell that contains the mass. I was able to grow fully and greater. So, every other person has their own beliefs and values in life. You don't need to abide by the standards and stereotypes regarding to religion. Whatever suits one and whatever they deem necessary, as long as it benefits them and enable them to perceive their own worth. It's not that I am antagonizing the concept of religion, rather I am bringing down the stigma to such matter, that's all.
Hello. I've never forgiven the rapist. It had nothing to do with forgiving them. Then by a man I loved, I was deceived and abused mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically to the point where forgiveness is inappropriate. I doubt he will ever ask for forgiveness. There are events that I considered to be unjust. Many people I have experienced far worse. I don't actually carry this stuff around. A little more about the relationship because it cost me a lot of money and is more recent. Anyway, I'm improving and adjusting to being in an unexpected place in my life at this time. My advice to this person is, or my advice to this anonymous sender is that before entrusting in a relationship, you must first know the person you're engaging with, how that person reacts whenever he is happy, sad, have problems, and how he reacts whenever he achieves one of his goals in life. Because that's the thing you will know if that person is worth the trust and worth it to take a risk to be a part of your life.
My friends were great because we all respected each other's opinions. I talked to a friend about it, and I realized that if I wanted my parents to respect what I had to say, I had to try to respect their point of view as well. As difficult as it was, getting along with my parents became a lot easier once I made an effort to respect their values and opinions. So, it is okay to open up to people, especially to your parents or friends, even bit by bit. And through time, you should be able to develop values that aid you in appreciating whatever is represented at you. However, be careful because at times there are also outlets of friends that you can't really trust.